Hello, welcome to Topper Machine. I'm Josh Topper, and today is our follow-up video, and it's Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you for all your support the last year, several years, however long you've been with the channel. Thank you for all of that. Now, on Saturday's video, we did some big face milling with the 8-inch face mill. We had that big part, which is part of a robotic welding setup. And we had a lot of good comments. A lot of people had commented on how they wanted to see the setup. Really wanted to see the setup. So that job is done, gone, out of here. That job came in a month ago, and it's been gone for a month. Sorry about that. That phone call was actually our vet, Rocky, as many of you have seen him in the videos. He sneaks in and out. He's up there in age. He's not doing the best. And we had him on a medication that a lot of other dogs have been on because of arthritis and stuff, and we started seeing side effects of it. Now the FDA just released last week a statement about this medication called Librela. It's like a nerve blocker for pain. So I called the vet this morning and canceled our next injection, and now this is bringing on a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, they're doing a whole bunch of research. The FDA is getting involved in all this. It's a major mess. So everything we've been reading about the side effects, there's a 50% chance that he'll recover from the side effects. But Rocky's like 16 years old. He's in rough shape. His arthritis is bad. So we know the time's coming. We're just trying to make him comfortable. And, you know, he's still happy and healthy, so we're trying to keep him, you know, he enjoys walks yet, even though he struggles. We go really slow, but it's rough. So I had that deal with the vet, and then this morning I got the text, my in-laws had to put down their dog this morning at 8 a.m., so it's kind of today is Monday. This video will come out on Wednesday, so Christmas is going to be kind of sad this year with Baron gone, but definitely understand he was getting hard for him. So anyway, off the sad note, let's get back to the job. So that job is done, over with. That was a month ago, and a lot of comments about wanting to see the setup. Let's see the setup. So I'm going to just kind of explain it and talk you through it. That big plate that was on the end that I milled had already been milled before welding. So it was all machined. That bore was machined, and they kind of told me right afterwards they didn't really think it through the best, but it, you know, for what their capabilities were versus mine, but it worked out. It worked out just fine. As you saw, I had that plate was milled all the way around it where it sat here. I'll try to throw up some stills and some video of it as I'm talking. And the bore was finished machined. So, but that 2.5-inch plate warped a little bit during welding. So when this thing is all said and done, that's a mounting surface, and then that arm comes out off of the whole thing. It's kind of a goofy setup. There's more stuff that got done on it, machining, more stuff added to it. It's just really a strange setup to hold all them tolerances. I had to locate. So to do this was locate the center of the hole. You use the coaxial indicator, got it close, and a lot of you are going to say, well, coaxial indicators do not get you close. Well, that's not true. They'll get you very close. So the coaxial got my center, and then went in with a dial test indicator and swept it again and ensured my center, and then I swept it this way. So you got that 2.5-inch plate that I swept it in 2 locations to verify this and this way. And had to verify all that, get it square. Now, a lot of movement down on that end was a little movement on this end. So it was really tricky to get that absolutely right. And then there was shimming on a couple of them. That first one I filmed, that would have been the second one. That one came out beautiful. Set it on the 1, 2, 3 blocks here, the 2, 4, 6 block back there, and it was absolutely perfect. No shimming whatsoever, but a few of them, 10, 20, 30 thousandths of shim. I think one of them I had to shim 5 thousandths under the 1, 2, 3 blocks instead of the 2, 4, 6 block to get square. So it really went quite well. So there was a lot of measuring, a lot of stuff, and finding just off that 2.5 inch, you got to sweep that to get that this way and this way. So it was really a difficult setup. So I hope that really explains it. If you have more questions, feel free to ask, but it was really a straightforward job for me. I've done a lot of this kind of weird stuff over the years, and setup and indicating, it just kind of comes easy for me. I started out in tool and die in a punch press shop, so there was a lot of weird setups in punch press work, tool and die work, just some weird stuff we came up with and did, and a lot of really neat stuff we made over the years. So I hope that answers the questions about the setup. It was just a lot of indicating. I mean, I think when I started, I used a regular 1-inch travel indicator and went this way on the plate, which we knew had a bow, and then this way on the plate, which we know would be off, and then came over with the coaxial indicator, found the center of the hole, dial test indicator, swept it, made sure I was on center, and then swept it internally lengthwise on that bore. So a lot of indicating. Like I said, 3 hours of setup on the one. One of them went a little worse than that, and the others were right around that 2.5 to 3 hour setup. Just a lot of little tweaking and little screwing around, but it came out great. And the customer got them back. I had about 6 hours a piece into them machining, and they had to be back in about 48 hours. So I had 24 hours of work into those robotic welding, fixtures, whatever these are, but part of a robotic welding assembly. So that's what they are. We've got one customer that does quite a bit of that stuff, so it's kind of nice to get that work in. So now to address one of the things that a lot of people, I had commented on the video, send me here, refer me to other places, try to send me work, help me out. And a lot of you kind of misconceived that this was a new customer. This is an existing customer. I've had a lot of inquiries, but nothing has materialized. Most of them are, I'll quote stuff, oh yeah, the quote looks good, and then they look into shipping, and that's kind of the end of it. So please, help me out as best you can. Let's try to get some word out that, I exist and that I'm taking on jobs. But the way things are looking, it's not looking great, put it that way. My region is dying. It's dying faster. We are not moving. We refuse to move. It is not going to happen. I will not move this shop, period. I will not move this shop. I'm not moving to a different location and starting over. It's not going to happen. There's no way. There's no guarantees that if I pack everything up and move, 2 states over to a heavily populated area, that I'm going to have any business. No guarantees. So I'm not doing it. It's not going to happen. And if things don't pick up and change for me, we may be done. And quite honestly, I'm not going to work in this industry ever again. That's kind of where it's going to go. I'm going to look at doing something completely different because I'm not going to work for somebody else doing this stuff. So kind of help me out, spread the word. Let's see this grow. And again, Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you for all your support over the years. And we're going to continue doing the channel the best I can into the new year and hopefully beyond, and we'll just see where this goes. So with that, we'll catch you on the next one.